Here we go again! How's it going, guys? It's HermitGRAB here, and we have reached episode 3 of Genshin Impact but Pokemon. Loads of things have happened since then, like the release of Fontaine, the 2024 Lantern Rite, and some more Genshin drama, like you do. As for the Pokemon side of things, the DLC is done, the DLC is done, and some other things, I guess. As usual, we're gonna use the same rules for the previous Blank But Pokemon videos, where there are no legendaries, mythicals, or ultra beasts allowed, 6 Pokemon per character, and only 1 starter if necessary. Considering that we left off at the 3.5 update, let's continue from where we left off, 3.6 to the current 4.6 update. Let's start off with Baizhu. Baizhu's team is Wigglytuff, Indeedee, Vileplume, Eldegoss, Houndstone, and Superior. Wigglytuff and Indeedee for his role as the main pharmacist for Boo Boo Pharmacy, Vileplume and Eldegoss for Baizhu's usage of herbal medicine, Houndstone because of his relationship with Chi-Chi as his helper in the pharmacy, and Superior because of Chung-Chung, Baizhu's snake companion. Next one is Kaveh. Kaveh's team is Conkeldurr, Chandelure, Klinklang, Excadrill, Machamp, and Tinkaton. Kaveh's team is primarily for architecture, construction, and interior design. Considering that Kaveh is an architect and views his works as works of art, then I think that this team is very much appropriate. Next one is Kirara. Kirara's team is Bastiodon, Crustle, Persian, Meowstic, Delcatty, and Meowscarada. Bastiodon and Crustle because of Kirara's look in her box delivery form, and Persian, Meowstic, Delcatty, and Meowscarada because of Kirara being a cat in her previous life before becoming the character we know today. Next is Lyney. Lyney's team is Berserker, Flareon, Milotic, Zoroark, Gallade, and Meowscarada. Berserker because of his ultimate, Flareon because it fits his element, Milotic to fit his showboating and charismatic personality, Zoroark because of his swap illusion with Lynette, Gallade because it's the masculine part of the duo with Gardevoir, and Meowscarada because it's the magician Pokemon. Next is Lynette. Lynette's team is Persian, Vaporeon, Gothitelle, Zoroark, Gardevoir, and Meowscarada. Meowscarada comes up with a hat trick. So Persian, due to it being a counterpart of Lyney's Berserker, Vaporeon to commemorate the water tank Lynette was put in during the magic show, Gothitelle because it fits her personality, Zoroark because of the swap illusion trick, Gardevoir because it's the feminine portion of the duo with Gallade, and Meowscarada because it's the magician Pokemon. The reason why Lynette has a similar team with Lyney is because they are inseparable in the Archon quest, so they could have similar teams, and also because they are twins. Next is Freminet. Freminet's team is Porygon Z, Magnezone, Glaceon, Floatzel, Iron Bundle, and Empoleon. Porygon Z and Magnezone for his fondness of robots and mechanics. Glaceon since I gave the other siblings evolutions, so I don't want Freminet to be left out. Floatzel for his diving, Iron Bundle because it reminds me of the Freminet event, and Empoleon for his use of penguins in most of his designs, with his Clockwork Penguin being his most well-known work of art. Next is Neuvillette. Neuvillette's team is Mr. Rime, Kingdra, Dracovish, Gyarados, Goodra, and Blastoise. Mr. Rime because of his cane, Kingdra and Dracovish because they are both water dragon type for the Dragon of Water, or the Dragon Sovereign, Gyarados because it's widely accepted in Pokemon that it's the water dragon, even though it's not really a dragon type, Goodra because of Neuvillette's soft demeanor with his friends and terrifying power against enemies like Goodra in the Pokemon anime, and Blastoise primarily for its Mega Evolution being perfect for Neuvillette and his charged attack. Next is Wriothesley. Wriothesley's team is Mightyena, Obstagoon, Hitmonchan, Machamp, Kamou, and Baxcalibur. Mightyena and Obstagoon because they fit Wriothesley's aesthetic, Hitmonchan, Machamp, and Kamou for his boxing fighting style and his time in the Fortress of Meropide in the Plancration Ring, and Baxcalibur because of its high physical attack and fitting Wriothesley's fighting style the best. Next is Charlotte. Charlotte's team is Pelipper, Exploud, Magnezone, Chatot, Machamp, and Beautifly. Pelipper because it looks like Sir Arthur, the Steambird, Exploud, Magnezone, and Chatot because they are some of the most used Pokemon for reporters and interviewers in the games. Machamp because it's the only Pokemon used by the reporter in the Pokemon Adventures manga, and Beautifly because I don't really know. I just felt like Beautifly would be a great addition to Charlotte's team as a mascot Pokemon. Not necessarily the most powerful, but definitely all about Charlotte's personality and outlook in life. Or maybe because it's a butterfly and there's lots of really good photographs about butterflies. So, there you go. Next is Furina. Furina's team is Gardevoir, Hisuian Lilligant, Grapploct, Kingdra, Crawdaunt, and Primarina. Gardevoir because of its design and shiny Mega Evolution having a similar look to Furina's Numa and Osea attires, Hisuian Lilligant to commemorate Furina and Focalor's last dance, Grapploct, Kingdra, and Crawdaunt looking like the three Salon members, with Grapploct referencing Gentle Home Usher, Kingdra referencing Surendon Tancha Valmaron, and Crawdaunt referencing Mademoiselle Crabaletta. Yep, first try. And Primarina referencing the singer of many waters. Next is Navia. Navia's team is Alcremie, Roserade, Honchkrow, Armarouge, Octillery, and Dracapult. Alcremie because of Navia's baking hobby, Roserade because of Spina de Rasula, Honchkrow because she is the big boss of Spina de Rasula, and Honchkrow is the big boss Pokemon, Armarouge and Octillery because of her skill, and Dracapult because of her ultimate. Up next is Chevreuse. Chevreuse's team is Sirfetch'd, Iron Valiant, Klinklang, Armarouge, Magmortar, and Inteleon. Sirfetch'd, Iron Valiant, and Klinklang for Chevreuse's association with the Maison Gardiennage and the Gardemex, and Armarouge, Magmortar, and Inteleon for her upkeep and her usage of her trusty musket. Next is Gaming. Gaming's team is Phalanx, Centiskorch, Lucario, Pyroar, Gouging Fire, and Incineroar. Gaming's team is primarily made for similar aesthetic to his Lion Dance festivities. Phalanx because of its formation being similar to lion dances in real life, Centiskorch because of aesthetics, Lucario because it's a guardian same way with Gaming being a guard as his job, and Pyroar, Gouging Fire, and Incineroar because of his lion theme and the pyro element. Next is Xianyun. Xianyun's team is Altaria, Bombardier, Weavile, Gogoat, Mantine, and Alakazam. Altaria because Cloud, Retainer, Bombardier because it looks similar to her alternate form in Cloud Retainer, Weavile from Shenhe's team, and Gogoat from Ganyu's team, since both of them are her apprentices. Mantine for her winning the best kite in the Lantern Rite Festival, lest we forget, and Alakazam because of her unique smarts and her way of outthinking the other Adepti with her inventions. Next is Chiori. Chiori's team is Sarina, Meowstic, Florges, Cerulege, Gorbis, and Milotic. Sarina and Meowstic because of her sassy and femme fatale personality, Florges because of her part as a fashion trailblazer, so she can use any color of Florges, Cerulege because of her double-wielding swords, and Gorbis and Milotic due to her inspiration at the end of her story quest. Up next is Arlecchino. Arlecchino's team is Galvantula, Gothitelle, Gardevoir, Iron Valiant, Umbreon, and Garchomp. Galvantula because of the Knave's spider aesthetic, Gothitelle and Gardevoir because of her elegance and the two sides of her personality with the Fatui, one for her typical cold demeanor, and the other for her closeness to the House of the Hearth. Iron Valiant for her polearm weapon and similar ruthless playstyle, Umbreon since every member in the House of the Hearth has an evolution, so I gave her one that fits her best. And Garchomp because of its Mega Evolution having Scythes, to commemorate her signature weapon being a Scythe. And that is Genshin Impact but Pokemon 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. Let me know in the comments below what was your favorite Pokemon team from this roster. I'll reply to as many comments as I can. Shout out to HyperSkyla7599 for the support. And as always, I'm HermitGRAB, and I'll see you soon.